Hey, Rebels. Okay, so I'm looking at your behind the scenes, right? And behind the scenes, Spirit would like for you to add a little bit of more elbow grease into whatever this project is of yours. Whether this project is yourself, whether this project is building some type of um, entrepreneurship venture, whatever the case may be, a relationship, however this message resonates for you. Spirit would like for you to add in a little bit more elbow grease because behind the scene, we have night owl productivity. So, if you are not one who typically is found to be up late at night, Spirit said, you know what? At night is like the quietest time in the world, right? Depending on where you live, but more than likely, wherever you are. It's quiet, it's peaceful. If you got kids, they're in bed. So if you've been having such a hard time during the day tackling your ideas, tackling, just being able to think without interruption, Spirit said add a little night owl productivity, okay, as well, because there are blessings that are being triggered in your life. Okay, there are blessings that are being triggered and awakening to your in your life. All right, say a straight no chaser. This is on in divine timing. I saw 1, 2, 3 in divine timing. So they get this feel that you are putting in work, but you seem to still have yourself in this energy of a hiatus, like you're taking a break. Maybe you're taking too much of a break. Maybe you tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to give myself a 10-minute break. And because this is your personal project, you're taking a little bit longer, or a lot longer than what you've told yourself. So if you're going to be your own boss, how would you how would you really be treating your employees? Let's say, you're starting a solo project or your thinking process is a solo venture, right? Which obviously everyone's work on themselves is a solo journey. Spirit said, get on your ass a little bit. You're being a little bit too polite about yourself, okay? They said unite with this leap of faith that you're taking. So you already convinced yourself that this is what you're doing, but you have yet to convince yourself within your momentum and your actions that you are going full throttle, invested in this, okay? They said they love you. They love you, but there's this, and then the teddy bear effect as the overall energy. You're being rather gentle with yourself, aren't you? Spirit say a little bit too gentle with yourself, right? They say you're tough. You can take it. You can handle this, okay? You got it. All right. So let's see what this impeding energy is. What is it that is causing a block, a hindrance in your current situation? And of course, we're gonna pull out the lovely Kipperish confirmation, which means we're headed down the right direction somewhere. So Spirit said, trust, trust. Sit with that for a second. If you need to pause the video, then stare at that card. Trust, everything's gonna be all right. All right. That was another confirmation. I said I did not get to doing all this until I turned on this screen. Okay, so your ancestors are here. All right, so let me go ahead and pull out these cards for you because I know as rebels, you're short for time. With so many different things that you are doing and so many different pots that your hand is in. It's like you're cooking up something special. So I'll be right back for you, rebels. Honey, okay. Bottom of the deck energy, we have poverty. We're going to set that right there. Okay, so what I am seeing is though you are, some of you may look at this and feel like, oh my goodness, it's positive karma, but the Spirit is saying not quite because they are definitely on your ass. There are falsifications that you have, within your conflicts. Remember, we're looking at what is hindering you, what is blocking you from moving forward. Okay, Spirit said that you're not quite looking at the situation the way that you should, the way that they need you to, in order for them to continue to, progress you in this direction, this lovely path and direction that they have you going in. So what's the complication in the message? So usually we have like a third leg energy, but really this is becoming more of a fifth leg. So Spirit then put their hand up in your business, which Spirit is always there, true enough. So Let's just go ahead and jump straight to this Ice King and the message. So, the message was the previous message before we even got to this point, right? You're doing great. You're doing awesome, but you're not doing great. You're not really embodying the word great. You're doing okay. But there's more that can be done. And what is this situation? How you're handling and dealing with the divine masculine. You're rather going in kind of harsh on the divine masculine. Spirit said they need you to ease up a little bit. They understand that you know a lot, and you are very aware, aren't you? You're very aware that you do not have all the answers, but there is something within the lesson with a specific divine masculine that spirit needs you to pay attention to. I just saw 555. Okay, and 555 reading up on the cards over here, it's simple, it symbolizes change, right? So there's something that needs to change. And I do see the number one right here. Spirit is saying that we're not necessarily saying put this divine masculine, whomever they are, first. Spirit is saying hear them out. Pay attention, because with this Ice King energy, you're coming off as rather cold and very harsh. Okay, so you focusing on whatever your project is, the fact that you have this disruption happening in the background is causing you not to be able to fully invest yourself into your project, into your endeavors, into your peace at that, because it's been nagging at you, hasn't it? It's been nagging at you that there's more that needs to be done, and that there's probably more that should be said, or should I say, listened to and heard by you. Okay, let them talk, let them speak. You don't want to come off so harshly to the extent that you shut someone down, and though you don't want to be silenced, it seems that that's what you're doing to whomever this divine masculine energy is within your life and your current circumstances. It's not to say that they're completely right. Spirit just needs you to be able to see things from their point of view. Though I hear somebody say, no, but they're not seeing things from my point of view. Yeah, so this is the reason why Spirit wants you to hear them out, because you are more likely to be the one to balance out whatever this issue is between you and this masculine energy. Remember, this does not have to necessarily be a man. It can definitely be a woman who's in, her divine masculine energy, and that can definitely be intimidating for people, or for you, or for most. And or so spirit would like for you to hear them out, because due to the work that spirit knows that you've put in with yourself, you being able to hear them out will help you understand where the balance needs to be had with you, right? Because this person was brought into your life as a part of your lesson. Now, to you and what you really want to hear about your project, spirit said they need you to let go of the immaturity a bit. Okay, they need you to grow the hell up, boss up, because you've grown up, but due to the fact that you haven't had much of a break, you feel like that this is break time. Okay, because things have been rather chaotic for you over the past how many years, but just because things aren't as chaotic as they was, and I'm still feeling a little bit of pressure from something, right? I feel that you're chasing a deadline, though. Like I said, though things have been so hectic for you for so long, you have never experienced things to be as peaceful as they are, because now you are experiencing yourself in a different form of wholeness. Okay, WHOLE, right? Ness. You're experiencing yourself in a different, sense of wholeness. So, as well, spirit does want you to continue to play and want you to continue to enjoy things, and they understand how this can kind of seem confusing, right? It's like, okay, how much do I give? How much do I receive? How much can I take? and how much do I have to give back, right? Spirit wants you to give yourself your all, just like you have invested your all in so many other people before this moment. Before this moment, you have, whenever someone told you that they needed help with something, or whenever you saw that someone was in need, you invested your emotions, you invested your time, you invested your worries, your concern. Your mind was always wrapped into the fact of what more can you do to show that person or those persons that they were not by themselves, right? But Spirit said now it's time to invest that same energy into yourself. And the weird thing for you, Spirit is noticing, is, and also your ancestor family is here, okay? Love them. Something else that they're also noticing is that because you do not have a physical person in front of you to face you, it's rather difficult. They want you to notice this, that it's been rather difficult for you to give yourself the same energy that you have given to so many others, because you don't have a version of you outside of yourself. You're working internal out to the external world. Somebody doesn't want you to hear this, but we're going to get this message out. Give me a moment. So, this is a big time. This is your chance. This is your opportunity to invest and dive deep. And yes, I know there's this panic of restlessness. You have so much that you want to do. Spirit said, focus in on something. Forgive yourself for anything else that cannot be attended to at that time. And they're not talking about your obligations and your responsibilities. No, you have to continue with those, right? They're talking about your personal self-development, right? Your personal self-project, the things that you want to see. No one is going to come into your life and just create this for you. The only one who can create this for you is you. And something that Spirit is telling me to bring up. So back in, I think it was 2002. Now, I'm not sure when Bluetooths came out, but I think it was like 2002 and maybe a little bit earlier. I recall myself, I saw 1212. I recall myself, and I still have the drawing of myself drawing the Bluetooth, right? The Bluetooth earbud, right? Earbud, whatever they call it now. And I came across it just a couple of weeks ago, and I looked at it and I did and smacked myself upside the head. But that was a reminder to me that whatever project Spirit has put in your head to work on something, do understand, if you show yourself hesitant, not ready, not willing to give it the blood, sweat, and the tears that it requires for you to have, that hunger for that existence, to see it come out of your head and not just on paper, but to see it come into existence, it will get passed on to someone else who is ready. And that someone else who is ready may be somebody who lacked even more time than you did, but they will get that investment. All right. So you don't want to pass up your opportunity. 13, 14. Okay. Things are happening in order. All right. That's the second time today that we done seen that type of number. All right. Do this divine masculine. All right. They aren't as bad as they seem to be. Uh, Spirit wants you to know that there are differences between the two of you based upon the experiences that you've had and based upon the experiences that they've had. And if this has to do with a relationship, you are going to have to figure out how can, and I'm saying you because you're the one who's here hearing the message, you are going to have to figure out how to coexist or let them go. All right. Hold no hostages. Okay. If you're not ready for them, somebody else is, and somebody else will be, because obviously you are obsessed, whether you admit to it or not, about having a relationship. Another confirmation. You are obsessed. Another confirmation. Wow. You are rather obsessed with the relationship dynamic. All right. Spirit said, let up off the gas a little bit. Coast, coast. Enjoy it for what it is. All right. But also stand up for yourself. But you do not have to, honey, you're not at war. You're not at war. Okay. Because this, in regards to this person, whether it's a masculine or whether it's a feminine, but we have nice guy here, right? they really do care about you. Um, they may not know how to care about you in the way that you want them to care about you, but due to the way that you have approached them, when you get triggered or when you feel that you're going to be held hostage, you've been kind of rough on them, right? And this is all clarified with the poverty card over here. Spirit said, let go of the poverty mindset of someone, 1515, of someone is out to get you. All right. What is, we want to go here? Oh, sucky snaps. Sucky snaps. Okay. Oh, and then we got the devil down at the bottom. Won't he sit over there and put himself to work? And ooh, that's the Ed Lover who trying to get up in your way. And you notice how he just grinning and how he just smiling and he just what does these things say? Uh, the enslaved woman, the enslaved man. She's looking at him. She's looking at him while he's focused on him. Okay, so feel that though you may feel that you're looking at the bigger picture, this masculine or this opposite of you, and even if it's same gender, honey, not our business, and go do your thing. Show life to live. Um, this male on here, he's more so looking at the bigger picture, though you feel that you're looking at the bigger picture, and you're looking at the bigger picture of him and how this person fits into your life. They're looking at a picture that you haven't quite tapped into yet. So Spirit is saying, relax a bit. And if it's too much for you, just let it go. It's just another love TKO. So what? Oops. Okay, so we're not wasting any time. Let's go ahead. Oh, so you have the Magician, the Seven of Wands. There you go again. I know some stuff not funny, but you got to nervous laugh it off sometimes. Hoo-wee. Okay, all right. Okay, I see it. And the Pentacles, King. Oh, Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, the Lovers. And at the bottom, you got King of Cups. Up and who want to sneak? And Strength. Spirit say, you got this. You got a choice. I'm here torn between the two because I really want to be with you. But something's telling me I should leave you alone. And what is telling you that you should leave? Honey, you are in your money making, your abundance, I'm trying to build from the ground up to the tippity top type of yeah, I see why it is that you are so short-tempered and you just ain't up for the fight. Because here with the Seven of Swords, Spirit say, this person is really, really trying to give you the best that I'm hearing. Anita Baker, giving you the best that I got, baby. And maybe for you, you don't feel that what they're giving you is good enough. Spirit said, if that's the case, set them free, okay? And if it come back around to you, that mean they learned something, okay? And you got to test drive that a bit, but do not hold this person hostage. I keep on hearing, do not hold this person hostage. Let them know what it is, let them know what it ain't, and respect the fact when they tell you what it is and what it isn't, okay? I don't see Spirit talking too much about you in this project anymore because Spirit say you may have to manage the time that you decide to put in work, right? If you are a woman, oh my goodness, I'm kind of, all right, let's go ahead and say it. Spirit said, if you are a woman and and you work in the house, okay, and I'm not talking about housework type stuff. If you work from home, Spirit said, well, it's asking, is there a way that you can manage your resting periods so you are able to work when this man is at work? And so when this man comes around, after he's had his sleeping time and he's awake, and so you can manage to give him time and attention, which is also giving you time and attention. Because from what we're seeing here, this person really does enjoy your company. Right? It's all about rescheduling. It's all about mapping a plan out. All right? Spirit say you got this. You can handle it, honey. You know Now, you may not like it at first, but and this is not about being submissive. This is just about making time for what matters to you. Isn't that what they say? People make time for what matters to them. Now, I understand and I get it. You may have put up such a fight. You may have put up such a fight that you are feeling that you, oh, okay. So Spirit said, though you are one to really hold yourself accountable, this is a different level of accountability because you feel that this person ranks in authority in your life. And not saying that they rank above you. No, they rank above others in your life. Not talking about your children or anything. I'm saying rank above others who you have dealt with. And if you're a man, switch the roles around. Same message to you, okay? If you are a man and you're working out there, out and about, and you come back home, manage your time to make time for that person who matters to you, that you want to make time for. You two, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman. The overall message is make time for what matters to you. You do have a choice. You can have it both. You can have your work and you can have this person. But Spirit said that you have to remember, just because you leave work and you clock in and you clock out, it does not mean that the work of life is done, okay? Work, going to a place of occupation is just a aspect of work in life. But when you want to have there it is. I just looked back down. Spirit said look down. So unity, taking the faith of unity. All right, UNITY. Who you calling a bitch? Watch that. Watch those words. Watch how you talk to each other. So I'm hearing that there are apologies that needs to be handed out. And this is not about you caving in to be submissive. This is about you showing yourself capable of having a partnership. Now, it's a strong, this King of Cups energy is so strong right here, all right? There's a lot of emotions that is going to need to be invested into this union. Emotional stability is important. Yes, we tend to lose our minds a little bit when you're in the thick of it. 22, when you're into the thick of it, you tend to lose your mind a little bit. But if you're still here, obviously, you're considering it. You're considering it, and Spirit said that's okay. They said just don't let things, linger and lay there for too long, okay? They said tap into your empathy for each other, all right? Definitely make sure that you're being completely honest about what you need and where it is that you can, compromise a little bit, because this is not just about you. This is not just about them. This is about you as an individual, them as an individual, and you two coming together. And once again, all the shit that you two brought as baggage into this situation. So we're going to split the deck 3 times. Spirit says, show it off. Show it off. Proud. Woohoo. Okay, so somebody's they see you as a trophy, okay? And honey, the chills that I just got, honey, huh? Uh, okay, and they like you. They like you a lot. They like you a lot. Okay, I'm, but I'm also, they want to show you off, but you got this energy of you don't own me, and they're not trying to own you. They just want to live life with you. They want to experience life with you. They want to do life with you. And one more time, oh honey, the Ice King and Ice Queen. So it's both of y'all. It's both of y'all that's acting a pain in Spirit's ass. All right. Spirit said, lay down the swords. Oh, Spirit said, lay down the sword and commit. Because though the Queen of Wands hiding behind that, like I forgot that she was there. Spirit said, yeah, watch the devil in you. Because remember, God and devil, that's your light and your dark, okay? Your light and your dark, okay? We're not talking about the outside world. We're plain and simple, focusing on you because you're the one who clicked on this video and decided to get these messages. How you doing? Yeah, so this Queen of Wine energy is gonna have to calm down your spiciness a little bit, because whoever this person is that we're discussing, they ain't the one. They ain't the one. They gonna meet your match, okay? Now, there may be some lessons that need to be learned, but Spirit said y'all will get there. Maybe, maybe y'all aren't in shared spaces as much. And it's a potential that you both are more so spending time indoors away from people. So therefore you're not really approached with the challenges of life that will proceed. And it seems that you're not necessarily rushing, but you are preparing yourself for the potentials of what could happen. So therefore you are putting this person through trials of preparation due to things that hasn't even happened yet, but you're concerned about how they will show up. And Spirit say we understand that. Heck, I understand that. To invest in someone so much, and then one day you find out that there was a flag there that you overlooked that you didn't pay attention to. So they said, list your top 5 no-nos. Your top 5 no-nos. And ask yourself, does this person fit? Can they measure up? And if they can't, Spirit said, let it go. All right, confirmation. If somebody don't go ahead and kick themselves in the ass, um, give and receiving with ma'at, okay? Light as a feather. So, yeah, somebody gotta humble themselves. It's splitting the deck. Oh, which is which? Which is which? And it reads confusion, difficult decision. When you are unsure of what step to take, pause to gather your thoughts and admit that you may not have a clear plan of action at the moment. Okay, you will know what to do when the time is right. Gonna lay that right there on top of the ice cream, okay? Because I'm getting like the lion, the witch, and the wardrobe. All right. So it's like you're in different dimensions. And I'm also seeing these snakes right here, on each side. All right. You're in different dimensions. And it may all be in your head that you kind of made this person an enemy already. Oh shit. Can we get an after tarot split the deck? Oh, regardless of what you choose, so long as you're not keeping anyone hostage, things are going to come out fruitful for you. All right, because the 9 of Pentacles done showed up twice, okay? So not, that's 27, 27. I'm seeing 18, okay? 18 Pentacles. And this person is the 2 of Pentacles, right? They are a resource, and they're a resource of everything that you've been juggling. Things can actually be a bit lighter for you if you so allow it. But Spirit said, use your discernment. Everyone's situation is different, and this whole message may not resonate specifically for you, but there are key points in this message that Spirit definitely wanted you to hear. So remember, heart as light as a feather, okay? Your tongue weighs a lot, honey. All right, so we're going to split right here, and we have words of abundance. Oh my greatness. Then we say your tongue. Let's see if Big Mama can read this. It says you have the ability, to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerful, positive words. Always describe your own. Always describe your own and the world's economic situations in loving and optimistic terms. And that is what you attract for yourself and for others. For yourself and for others. Spirit say, show it off. So, whatever your forward focus is in regards to this endeavor that you're on, you got that. You just need to manage your time better. And here with the night owl productivity, honey, it may be during the late night hours, okay? You're gonna have to add in that elbow grease that Spirit was talking about. Okay. Yeah, this what is we looking at over here? Oh, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, so you're gonna have to put in that hard groundwork, okay? Like the old school days, before we had all these skyscrapers and buildings and so many neighbors, okay? Before the world was so crowded. This is part of the reason why Spirit wants you to manage your time a little bit better. So maybe at night would be best for you. And they also said, watch Be careful and cautious of your scrolling time, because as much as you are watching other people, you can be investing in yourself, and that could be wind up leading to more time for you and this person. I am seeing a card over here that is peeking at me. Confirmation. What is this confirmation? A beautiful little worm. Take care of yourself. Oh, take care of yourself. All right, so let's grab from over here. And it says, do not allow negative emotions to faster to foster. If you are feeling frustrated, angry, or hurt, for example, just acknowledge that. Instead of fighting your feelings, go with them and work with them. Okay, then true healing can really begin. And that right there, overcommit. Right, then we're gonna pull right here 1616, readjustment. Oh, don't we all have that readjustment, disorder situation? Readjustment always kick our ass. We get so used to things being a certain way, and that's what we were saying at the beginning of the read. You've gotten so used to things not being as chaotic, and just this little bit of attention has drove your ass crazy, made you a mad person, hasn't it? So, readjustment. And it says your level of self control is significant to making things right. On the horizons is a possibility of beginning a new romance or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin a life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall to pieces. Everything will fall to pieces. Huh. So what Spirit is saying here is a chin check to your ass and a kick in your ass, and uh get on your stuff. If you know that you want this person, honey, humble yourself and be honest, be vulnerable. If you are willing to let them go, honey, humble yourself. Be honest, be vulnerable, and just submit that. They want me to grab from right here, and then we gonna grab. Okay, it says all in a golden afternoon. Inspiration, creative spark. Mm, what is this? And then we have believe, strange encounters. Okay, so rebels, I love you so much, but I want to pull from here, and it says opportunity awaits. It just says opportunity, but plain and simple, opportunity awaits. And we want to pull another. Oh my goodness, it says talking. Interest, awaiting message, text, call, email, talk more. Okay, talk more and a lot less of the reactive stuff. All right, Rebel. So I love you so much, and we are going to set you on your way right after this brought to you message. And this brought to you message is a title card. So we're going to pull the one that's behind it. Okay, it says fertility and multiplicity. Can't show it because there's boobies, like very, very boobies. All right, Rebel. So I love you so much. Go take care of you. Go make it do what you need it to do for you. But take that pause. Think things through. Don't rush into it. And if you need more time, just simply text them and say, you know what? I just need a little bit more time to think. I hope that you're available when I'm ready to talk. And don't leave them waiting, because obviously it's just looking like they are a rather good catch. I just saw 3333. But anyway, as always, go Rebels.